This is a presentation for the Psychology 600 Introduction to Graduate Study in Psychology. It is going to be about personality theories and perspective. The personality theory for this presentation is social cognitive theory, and the case study is Phillip Markhoff, the alleged Craiglist killer. Stanford psychologist Albert Bandura first introduced the social cognitive theory of personality in contrast to the overall thought processes of behaviorist theories. Bandura's view of human functioning involves the significance of observational learning, vicarious reinforcement, self-belief, self-regulation, self-reflection, affection, and efficacy. People are viewed as active agents who both influence and are influenced by their environment. The five principles that comprise social cognitive theory include assessment of underlying psychological processes, evaluation of personal determinants of action, reviews that are sensitive to the qualities of the individual, personality assessment in the context, and keeping separate response systems separate. This dynamic interplay of personal, behavioral, and environmental influences is how the social cognitive theory of personality views personality. Phillip Markhoff is the alleged Craiglist killer. Let me just make the screen a little bigger for you. Okay. He's Phillip Markhoff, also known as the Craiglist killer, can be viewed using the social cognitive theory of personality. Markhoff lived two, possibly three, alternate lives. In his principal life, he was a young pre-med student with an exceptional mind. Markov was engaged and doing well in all appearances. He was clean-cut, good-looking, and did not appear to be menacing. His second life was seeking fulfillment of a personal need for excitement or a thrill. He was calm for the most part in this second life, as he was in his primary role. He was arrogant and did not find a need to be extra careful with his fingerprints or security cameras. Markov's third life did not seem to have been fully developed, but he had the beginnings of venturing into the world of sadomasochism and had an interest in transvestites. He interestingly had the desire to be subservient in this world. Markov's primary role possibly made him feel like he was better than other people and potentially smarter than the law. One theory states he may have had a gambling debt, which initiated his desire to get quick money. Gambling can be thrilling, and this could align with Markov's thrill seeking. Another theory says he picked sex workers because he wanted someone he could hurt and dominate without consequences. To better understand why Markov behaved these ways while using social cognitive theory, a personality assessment that targeted underlying mechanisms and underlying social behavior would be in order. Social cognitive theory. It's important to note for this theory that self-efficacy is an important aspect of this theory. It is the belief in one's capacity to successfully perform certain behaviors or reach certain goals. In areas where someone has high efficacy, they are more likely to put the effort in. When they have succeeded in past activities, it results in higher self-efficacy. Social factors that increase self-efficacy include encouraging words and successful peer models. In addition to determining Markov's tendencies, his potential to develop new capacities and qualities would have to be determined by assessing his beliefs, goals, and self-regulatory skills that contribute to personality development and adjustment over the course of time. Psychologists would also assess Markov's sense of efficacy. When a person has a strong sense of efficacy, they are more likely to attempt challenging endeavors, to remain calm during task performance, and to persist in their efforts in the face of setbacks. Markov appears to have had a strong sense of efficacy as he engaged in challenging endeavors and remained calm for the most part. The units of analysis resulting from these assessments must be kept in context and not combined into a composite. Social cognitive theories recognize this data relates to personality and the basic cognitive and affective mechanisms, but these assessments must take social context into account. The social cognitive theory of personality gives insight into the inner workings of Markov's mind, including his beliefs, values, and contradictions. Markov solely and wholly knew his outward appearance and his hidden desires by him. He is the only one who knows why he did what he did. Still, theories like social cognition allow us to see how these inward processes affect our environment and our behavior in said environment. The social cognitive approach relies heavily on observational learning and efficacy. So it stands to reason that Markov had seen this behavior in some way or fashion during his life. His desire to hurt and control others without consequences goes directly opposite to his willingness to be submissive in the sadomasochist world. Social cognitive personality and other theories can give insight into the mind of Markov, but do not definitively explain his actions. We can assume, based on theory and Markov's actions, that he has some sort of serious untreated mental health issues. And here's my references. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed it.